Well, good morning, YouTube. Louie here, and welcome to the weekend. So we'll get right to it. Yes, we had the smackdown. It looks to me like it's liquidity driven, along with really drastic moves in the stock market. I thought silver was going to hold at the 80 to 1 GSR. But I think metals investors are running to gold in fear of a further smackdown like we had a couple of years ago. That has pushed the GSR, the gold silver ratio, up to 83, over 83. And I really thought the 80, area would hold. But to me, that represents an opportunity. And I am a believer and a perma-bull in silver, and I've never gotten hurt investing in silver over the last 10 years. So I'm going to do what I do. I'm going to ignore the paper price for now, and I'm probably going to convert some gold into silver at 83 to 1. If my LCS has got some stuff in the melt bin at $1 over spot or $2 at the most, I'm going to pick that up. I can either melt it and make bars out of it, or sometimes there are some collectible things in there. And I'll deplete my gold a little bit here to take advantage of the 83 to 1 GSR. That does seem to predict more volatility in the future. I would think that gold is going to hold. All right. Seems to be pretty darn strong in the face of economic collapse and the stock market a downtrend. But who knows? Gold could go down, and then that GSR could revert back to 80 or lower. In any event, I hold silver and gold. Right now I have more silver than gold, and I think I'm about to have a little less gold. All right, but I think most people enjoy the stability of gold stacking. And don't get me wrong, I still have a sizable proportion of gold, but my silver proportion is going to grow at these GSRs. When it gets back down under 60, we'll talk about going the other direction. Okay, now what this video is going to be about is some research that I've been doing. And first I want to call out a couple of channels. The first one of the best channels on YouTube is Silver Heist. And he doesn't make a whole lot of videos, but they're always really, really good when he does. And, he alerted us a while ago in a video called something like Who Profited from the Silver Squeeze? Well, he looked into the ownership of different bullion companies and pointed out how A-Mark Financial, or A-Mark Precious Metals, is a holding company of many of the companies that we utilize and buy from. And I'm going to dig a little deeper into that. I was reminded of this a few weeks ago when a viewer of one of my videos said, I'm not buying gold miners or silver at the moment. I'm buying A-Mark stock. And thank you to that viewer, because, I thought, I'm going to look back into A-Mark. I've done some more research, and this is actually, this piggybacks on Silver Heist video, but I'll quickly recap what he disclosed. But goes a step further. If you like conspiracy theory, come on along. All right, I'm inside my E-Trade account and doing a little research on A-Mark Precious Metals, Inc. Okay, if you look at the stock chart in front of you, like our friend Silver Heist said, who got rich during the silver squeeze and the meltdown of silver down to $12 and ultimate rebound up to high 20s? Well, here's one of the players, A-Mark Financial. Their stock was at about $5 or so and has recently risen as high as 90. Okay, so A-Mark Precious Metals is doing really well, don't you think? And of course, A-Mark is the holder and the owner of several different companies. Now, I'm going to go through their registration statement, their S1, and point out some things about this company that that really indicate, well, it's a strong buy. But then we're going to go a little deeper into the conspiracy part of this whole thing. Now, in terms of what A-Mark owns, okay, let's flip over to the registration statement. All right, in the registration statement, they've got a number of wholesale operations, but let's focus on their retail direct-to-consumer operations. The company operates its direct-to-consumer segment through its wholly owned subsidiaries of JM Bullion, Goldline, and a 50% interest in Precious Metals Purchasing Partners. That might be PAMP, I'm not sure. Okay, JM Bullion is, if you don't know, the owner of Provident Metals and I believe Silver.com. Don't quote me on that. Goldline. Okay, you've heard a lot about Goldline. That's the company that I think Glenn Beck was affiliated with, but they're known for selling high margin gold products to retail investors at substantial premiums. But I don't want to get too much into their predatory businesses, whether it's Goldline or it's these guys on TV or anything you see in the news. I mean, they're looking generally to sell high margin, high premium products to people that just want gold, but often I think they talk them into higher premium products. But when you look at the first leg of defense, we know that A-Mark has captured JM Bullion. JM Bullion has captured Provident Metals. I believe Silver.com is part of that. Later on, we also read that they own or have a majority interest in Silvertown. Okay, they also have a significant investment in the Sunshine Mint. All right, you know, the people that make the planchets for the U.S. Mint. And then going on from there, they have other operations where they lease, they take gold in collateral for loans. I suspect these are somewhat hard money loans. If you look deeper into this, you'll also see that some of the products, if you don't know, Silvertown brings in a lot of silver from the secondary market, refines it, and then sells it back out to the market. Silvertown supplies silver bullion to the industrial market as well as overseas, from what I've read. What we've got here is a loop. Okay, what we've got here is a loop where A-Mark is capturing all of the retail business. Okay, if you didn't see this, you'll take note that just a few days ago, Silver Gold Bull was acquired. All right, from the company's press release on April 29th, A-Mark to increased investment in Silver Gold Bull, expanding international direct-to-consumer footprint. Also going to California, A-Mark, a leading fully integrated precious metals platform, and it's really fully integrated, today announced it has entered into a definitive agreement to acquire an additional 40% of the outstanding equity in Calgary-based Silver Gold Bull. Okay, they're expanding their reach into Canada. The proposed investment will bring A-Mark's ownership in SGB to 47.4% and will expand A-Mark's direct-to-consumer footprint in the international market. A-Mark acquired its initial investment in 2014, 7.4% in 2018. Silver Gold Bull was founded in 2009. Now, I'm going to bet you that Silver Gold Bull also has subsidiaries, and you probably don't know who those are. I don't know who those are. But here we are again. We've got, so let's add to the war chest Silver Gold Bull. We already talked about JM Bullion, who owns Provident. I think Silver.com. We know Silvertown is part of their thing. and they've fully integrated into the Sunshine Mint. I don't believe they have a controlling stake in the Sunshine Mint, but if we go over to JM Bullion, let's take a look at what the shortage of silver means to JM Bullion in terms of Sunshine Mint products. All right, we're on JM Bullion, and here is the first 8 products from Sunshine Mint. Let's see what a kind of a planchet shortage JM Bullion experiences with the Sunshine Mint. How many Sunshine Mint Liberty Silver rounds are there? I'm not sure they will tell me right offhand, but let's try to buy 1,000. And yep, they got 1,000. Let's try to buy 2,000. Oh, yep, they got 2,000. Let's see if they got 3,000. Yep, they got 3,000. Okay, I am going to reach my limit in terms of what you can buy online. Let's check the next product from the entity that has a limited number of planchets. I won't even do, well, okay, let's do the bars. Here's 10-ounce bars. Those are really popular. 1, 2, 3, 1,000. Can we get 1,000? Oh, look at that. There's 1,000 10-ounce bars. And I know you can't see what I'm doing, but let's see if there's 4. Oh, nope, they don't have 4,000. They have 1,447 10-ounce bars. So let's go back. Let's go back to rounds. Let's check the Sunshine Mint Morgan round, selling for about $29. Let's just put in 4,000 of those, add to cart. Oh, look at that. We got 4,000 Sunshine Mint Morgan Silver rounds. I don't know, could I buy 8,000 if I wanted to? Yeah, I can buy 8,000. I mean, can I buy 80,000? Oh, we hit the limit. They only have 10,000 of those in stock. Let's go to the next product, and you'll see where I'm going with this. I won't linger on too long. Oh, buffaloes. Okay, $29 buffaloes. Let's just put in 10,000 there. Oh, they won't let me do that. 9,999. How many buffaloes do they have? Those are planchets, aren't they? Oh, look at that. They have 9,999, and I don't think I can put a higher number in. So planchet shortage. Well, apparently JM Bullion has no trouble getting planchets from Sunshine Mint, but that would make sense because they own them. All right, let's go back a little bit. All right, I'm in the S1, and I'm not going to show you a screenshot of this, but members of our board and management beneficially own approximately 27% of the outstanding common stock. 27%. Okay, you know, I wonder if there were any stock options associated with that. So let me go back to recent insider, oops, I didn't want to do that, to recent insider activity. All right, who's been selling with the stock up at $80, up from $5? Let's see, director sold 16,000 shares. Another CEO sold 5,000, 16,005. Oh, 42,000. That guy made some money, huh? From 5 up to 70. CEO. What caught my attention here was exercise of stock options. I'm going to look into the CEO's recent exercise of stock options, which he sold out probably in the 80s. Oh, they're not going to give me the detail here. Yeah, they're not going to give me the detail. But I saw in one press release that some of these stock options were granted at $5. Okay, and I'm sure more up the chain from 5 up to 80. So let's see, a $75 profit on all the directors own 27% of the market cap, and the market cap is hold on one second. Currently about $880 million, okay? And if you're part of the 27% ownership, you can see how you have a pretty substantial interest in how well this company does. Going back to the S1, so we know the directors and officers and management are just making a lot of profit in this company. They've also made a lot of profit for their shareholders. And the person who said buy A-Mark stock was not far off, although I think it is at somewhat of a toppy position here. But if we look back into the S1, let me move this away from the greed aspect back to the S1, and I'm not going to show you the page here, but substantially all of A-Mark's holdings are hedged. Okay, their goal as a corporation is not to experience losses from drops in prices in metals. Okay, so they are hedged. Now, you saw previously they have hundreds of thousands of ounces of silver, and the hedge means that they've got a short somewhere or a put somewhere, or they sold a futures contract. I don't know. The more I look into hedging, I see that everyone is hedged, from producers to mints to speculators to retailers. And I'm sure that's a large part of what all these puts are on the market. Anybody who holds a significant amount of metals has got a put on it. So that provides kind of a negative drag on what we do here, with the exception of some mints like Keith Neumeyer. He doesn't hedge his metals. That makes him, I think, one of the good guys. Not that hedging your business is a bad thing. It's probably prudent, but Keith does not hedge his production, so he will not bankrupt his company if silver ever pulls a nickel and goes to 300. Okay, he's worried about that, as he should be. So we know they're hedged. We know they control the market. We know they can get all the planchets they want from the Sunshine Mint. You just saw the inventory. Now, this is interesting. So if they can control how much product they pull out of the Sunshine Mint, they can create a vacuum of product for the U.S. Mint. When the U.S. Mint can't get enough planchets, of course, they curtail production. That raises premium, and then JM Bullion is able to, and all of its subsidiaries are able to tack on higher premiums. Given the short supply, and I'm making air quotes. So isn't that interesting? Okay, I'm going to move on to the last thing I want to tell you, and this is the part that rocked my socks. Okay, you have to see that A-Mark is capturing the retail silver market for everybody around the world. Okay, I think that is pretty evident here. But let's look at this thing. All right, now outside of the management, let's see. Oh, I see we have institutional and executive holders. Well, we already know, by the way, this is, I believe, a Morgan Stanley report, and they rate A-Mark a 9. I can see why. But let's see, the top institutional holders. Okay, let's go down the list. Silver Bow Ventures, I don't know them. They 6.8%. Jeffrey D. Benjamin, I don't know him. He's got 6%. Here we go. This is interesting. BlackRock Institutional. BlackRock owns 5% of A-Mark. Let's see if there's any other names on here that I recognize. No, but I don't know that much. So why don't we look into BlackRock? Does that name sound familiar to you? All right, rather than dig through their press releases, BlackRock is just an enormous financial institution. I'm just going to take the first few headlines from YouTube, and let's just see what people say about BlackRock. Let's see, BlackRock, the company that owns the world. Next one, this company owns the world and it's our fault. Prospect of gold-backed ruble and Fed policy rattling markets has some relation to BlackRock. Let's see. Here's another group of YouTube videos. How BlackRock became the world's largest asset manager. This company secretly rules the world. Let's see. BlackRock's backs Ripple, XRP. They're moving into cryptocurrency. Let's see. Anyway, I think people that generally follow the U.S. government, the Federal Reserve, and the financial institutions that serve the government know that BlackRock is a chief executor of U.S. policy, that they are behind the scenes on many of the financial transactions. And I don't have time to dig into that here for you, but if you want to know more about BlackRock, feel free to click on some of these videos and you decide and you ask, why it is that BlackRock now has picked this little, $800 million company and has a 5% institutional stake in it. Could it be that we're closing the loop between government and business and the retail silver market? Could it be that silver shortages are engineered at the very top and then worked through the henchmen of our government into the private sector who are getting rich, who are capturing the entire market? I mean, thank God for some smaller players like Monument Metals and Bold. And I guess APMEX is outside of this cabal, but you really have to wonder about the supply and demand and how it's being created and who pulls the strings. I'm going to leave it there, and I'm sure you'll have thoughts about this. Tell me, I'm full of crap. But the bigger A-Mark gets, the less control we're going to have over the purchasing of silver and probably gold as well. And I speculate, without any backup at all, that there is a firm handshake between the government, BlackRock, A-Mark, and the retailers. They own the retailers, but this is spreading throughout the world, and it's going to be, after a little while, if you want to buy silver, you're going to have to buy it from A-Mark. And JM Bullion is a company that doesn't even advertise the true spot price anymore. They use the futures market, so obviously they are linked to the futures markets for some reason. We also know that they short everything that they buy, that they have in inventory, so they don't lose money. So the silver short, the more inventory they build, the higher their short is going to be. When there's a smackdown, what do? They cover their short, and then they drop premiums a couple of dollars, and then the market explodes higher. So there is a cycle here, and it's easy to see who benefits from that cycle and who loses. The retail investors. Okay, guys, let me know your thoughts. Thanks so much.